Come forward, you godless mongrel! My apologies, Wayfarer. The shadows make it difficult to discern friend from foe. You do not look like my enemy. It gladdens my heart to hear that Scholar Deal is safe. But what of the other scholars? That is truly fortunate. As for me, I escaped the Imperials only to find... Lead on, Wayfarer. I am sorry I cannot be more help to you. exit. Let us see the sky once more. I came to Bangkorai garrison seeking recruits for the Pyre Watch. Hunding help us, I did not expect those villains to arrive and send innocent people fleeing for shelter. The Grey Host was a terrible army of vampires, werewolves, and other monsters that pillaged the land. Only the combined might of the Bangkorai garrison and the Alessian Empire finally defeated them. That story, unfortunately, is mired in legend. The true story may be as enthralling as the legends, but we only have bits and pieces of it. Magic was involved, almost certainly. But whether it was divine in nature or Alessian sorcery, we have never been able to determine. I can delve into the records of my order when I return to our sanctum, but understand that the Watch is concerned with keeping the past buried, not exposing it. A Dureni noble. That gives some credence to the historical record. An incomplete parchment mentioned Viridian Watch, but we never saw the significance. It also said that I do not know the nature of your mission, Wayfarer, and I still have my own to uphold. I know precious little. I never visited the site myself. Though incomplete, the historical record indicates there wasn't much. Just that the worthy would be guided to safety. Perhaps that is the key, if you can determine. I will go check on the scholars at Deal's camp. Thank you again. Wait.
Do not concern yourself with me. My wounds are only superficial. You do? I was told the Knights of St. Pellen might return it, but with the attack on the garrison, I had given up. This is beyond amazing. I know King Vaharajad will be grateful. All Sentinel will be thrilled at the return of the Memory Stone. It is a sacred relic. Michaela Leckie was the greatest sword singer who ever lived by many people's estimation, and the stone is a record of her thoughts and experiences. It will take scholars many years to decipher the information within, but it will be worth it.
There you are. Good, you're back. I found Janard and I see you've managed to return with the rest. Show off. Now that we settled that matter, what did the Pyre Watch warrior tell you about the Grey Host? I was afraid of that. So much about the First Era has been lost. I wonder if the Pyre Watch knows anything about the other details we learned. About the survivor and their connection to a Dureni noble. That matches what we already uncovered, and confirms the Dureni connection. Did you find out anything else I should know? A riddle, damn it. There's always a riddle. Well, I say we go to Viridian Watch and figure this out on our own. I'll mark the location on your map. Now let's go before Scholar Deal tries to regale me with more tales. I'll meet you at Viridian Watch.
These lands hold more mysteries than you can possibly imagine. You heard the call, didn't you? You have been chosen to help stop the blasphemy in the ruins below, to stop the laws of nature from being broken. Yes, I serve Hermaeus Mora, the Lord of Fate and Knowledge. These ruins were once a shrine to my lord, a storehouse, a spirit, a Daedra. This is part of what must be exposed. Whatever it is, it has enslaved local villagers, calling them Rain. Wisps serve the entity below, drawing the essences of the enslaved Rain disciples and depositing these essences. We must stop this mysterious entity from stealing. I serve Hermaeus Mora. Yes, even in the ancient days, we came here to do just that. You're bold to ask. As you observed, I am a Dramor. Of course, we are known as Prime.
My children, with each essence we draw closer to the dream. We must work quickly before the Daedric Prince's servants can stop us. Nearly enough essences now. Tell Apostle Marion it is time to prepare.
Please, stranger. We mean you no harm, yet you enter our domain with distrust, killing our disciples. My mistress says you have been misled, that you should help rather than hinder us in our endeavors. Lorelia. She is a Nereid. She is the water spirit of Lake Halcyon. Lorelia says the primeval seekers have misled you. She is an element of nature, seeking only to... The landscape of Tamriel is ever-changing. The desert south of here is expanding and will someday overtake this area too. Lake Halcyon has already begun to slowly dry up. Lorelia only seeks to prevent that, to keep the lake and the forest alive. These ruins hold ancient secrets and relics of power. With them, Lorelia can create a water stone, an everlasting source of water that can keep Lake Halcyon alive for all eternity. Myself, the Rain Disciples, and the Wisps aid her in this mission. The cultists worship the greedy Lord Hermaeus Mora. They would hoard the secrets buried here. They do not wish us to make use of them. They will do anything. They have even been capturing our disciples and holding them prisoner. Just to hinder our efforts. That's why they sent you as well. I'm sorry you've been caught up in this. I won't ask you to join us, but surely you can see that our disciples have done no wrong. Would you be willing to free them as a favor? Lorelia promises she will reward you generously for your assistance. The primeval seekers are holding our disciples. They are people from Evermore, Northglen, or other nearby villages. Like myself, they were drawn to...
Please get me out of here. These days, I don't know. I don't understand. They kept saying they wanted me to remember. Remember what the... Thank you.
Please, release me. Because she needs me, and I need her. Praise you, friend.
going on here? No, I don't remember you either. All right.
Aurelia sent you, didn't she? Believe it or not, I think I actually remember the way back. That's all I remember. Thank you!
You ignorant half-wit! By the golden eye, what in oblivion are you doing? Setting those poor, ensorcelled fools free? Don't you realize we were trying to help them? Don't you see what's going on here? I followed you before, and overheard your conversation with that mad apostle. It's clear that this Nereid learned one of the most dangerous secrets about the natural order, and now twists it to her advantage. No point hiding it now. When a mortal dies, where do you think their memories go? Don't bother guessing. I'll tell you. They go into the water. They become water. All the memories of Tamriel's history are stored in its waters. The details and implications of this secret are mind-spinning, and would require a lifetime of study and contemplation. The relevant fact here is that the Nereid is stealing her disciples' memories to create this water stone. Exactly. And it seems they never will. Their memories are lost to them forever. The Lord of Knowledge abhors this transgression. The Nereid must not be allowed to continue in this endeavor, nor can she be permitted to create a water stone. The secrets to creating a water stone are forbidden. The natural progression is for the landscape in this area to evolve into a desert. The Nereid's not fighting for nature. She's fighting for self-preservation, and at her disciples' expense. There is no other way for this to end. The Nereid has stolen forbidden secrets and committed crimes against nature and humanity. Now that you understand, will you repent for changing loyalties? Will you aid me in destroying this aberration? What then? You would side with this water monster and her brainwashed apostle? Go on then. She's right across the water there. I warn you though. Side with them and Hermaeus Mora will offer you no mercy.
There you are. Lorelia was starting to worry. She said those cultists were trying to mislead you again. She worried that you would turn against us. I knew it was all right, though. Why would you possibly oppose Lorelia? Of course! It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. She showed me what would happen if the lake were to dry up. She showed me how much life would be lost. How could I refuse to give up some silly memories when so much is at stake? Some did, some didn't. You must understand, though, when people come wandering around Lorelia's lair, what is she to do? She's a Nereid. When a fly gets stuck in a spider's web, the spider doesn't release it. Lorelia is much the same. It's nature. I do. I support the survival of Lake Halcyon. So much life depends on it. Sacrifices must be made. And to prevent this from becoming a dry, dead desert, it's worth it. You must decide as well. If you wish to aid us, Lorelia would speak with you. I understand. Lorelia says you are a very strong person and we must be patient with you. We hope you will choose to help us, but we respect your right to make that choice for yourself. there you are. Some did. I do. I'm very glad to hear that.
I am Lorelia, water spirit of Halcyon Lake and caretaker of these lands. I have been watching you from afar, and I like what I see. You are brave. You are not afraid to stand up for what's right, and you have chosen to help me. We are very close now. The servants of Hermaeus Mora and their insatiable hunger for hoarding knowledge are all that stand in our way. You have already diverted the tides in our favor, and you shall be rewarded. We must move quickly now to save the lake, though. I have enough essences stored away to create the water stone, but I lack some crucial elements to complete the ritual. Relics from within the ruins. Ancient devices the aliens crafted to hold the secrets of water. Unwittingly. Indeed. You will find the Daedric cultists are uncovering the vessels on the east side. Be careful. The primeval seekers will protect their relics with their lives. I have a place within these passages where I will go and keep... Once I have the water stone, I will no longer require their generous service. In time, it is my hope that they will again be able to remember. If not, they will still be... I hope not. After we've created... Here I am. Come, quickly. excellent. I knew you would come through for me. This is good. Very. Yes. We have everything we need. But you must be the one to create it. I cannot touch the one. The memory essences have been deposited into the crystal well. Destroy the relics on the crystal to draw out the essences and create...
One of those... Lorelia, she told me to wait for you to bring the water stone, but one of the in the Western Cavern.
What are you doing here? Only Apostle Marion.
I wanted to wait until
No!
we were both here.
Don't
To
let her
die
get the water
together.
stone! Whatever she did to me, it really hurt. Clearly the only way for either of us to be safe is to murder. It worked! I feared that touching the water stone would destroy one, or even both of us. But it didn't. Indeed, and even better, it will flourish. For all time. We have you to thank for this. As much as I would like to keep you here.
There were too many of them. Where are the rest of the reinforcements? Sharp as a nail. We could use it.
Did they send anyone else from the city?
Yes, I am. Sir Etienne brought us out here when he was wounded. First, I need to listen to the village elder.
Medya, what is it? Is Sir Etienne all right?
He's doing fine. And when he returns, you all will leave?
We'll stay until Mercian's hamlet is
I've killed a fair few of them
Sir
today.
Etienne and I both fall in the fight.
I see. Well, he'll be resting comfortably soon, don't... I'll go see to the poor knight now, then.
Good. Good, he's all right. Now let's go over what we need. Sir Etienne is all right. We arrived with our horses on those merchant ships, along with Sir Etienne. Maybe it was rash to go against our orders and come here in defense of simple village. Yes, Sir Etienne was adamant we do so, just as they were 30 years ago. The madmen. The things I saw during Black Drake's invasion. If you wish to hear stories about the great war that brought the Daggerfall Covenant together, talk. That's because war is like a plane of oblivion. You've the look of an experienced...
Keep breathing.
How could this be? All he needed was a splint for his leg after he...
It's his own sword. I shouldn't have left him alone. Please. Yes, but she wasn't here when I arrived. She may have gone out to find a poultice. Have you found something?
Anything to...
I could help you figure out what happened here, if you tell me what you found. Sir Etienne doesn't look like he put up a fight. That's not like him, even if he was hit from behind. He didn't know anyone here that I know of. Who could he possibly trust? That would take a lot of force, all things considered. Sir Etienne's armor was in fine shape. If that proves anything, I think it shows that the only person who didn't kill him was Medya. Why treat someone if you expected to kill them? So they were comfortable, or in no hurry. Perhaps Medya washed her hands before going... So they weren't concerned that Medya or I would discover what happened. Either that... I'm sorry, but I don't see how that could be related. Do you think Sir Etienne was reading the book when he was killed? It's a pretty dry topic to just pick up. She hadn't mentioned having a son. Hardly damning evidence. What is it? I find it hard to believe that a goodly old midwife would have anything to do with this heart...
I'm nearly out of supplies treating all these wounded guards. If you have... Kinnereth's tears. She's been taking too many risks in trying to treat the wounded who haven't fled here. You didn't find her dead out there, did you? That's a relief, I think. What did you want to ask me about then? There's not much to tell. Most of the people here are fishermen. The longest journey most of us have ever taken is to cross the Bulsay River to sell our fish to merchants. They did, but they didn't kill everyone. Medya and a few others lived through it, but she's the last one still alive here. She's been a pillar for the community since then. Yes. No, I mean, that's correct. They raid other places, but they don't raid here. Well, until now. I'd always just assumed that we were under the benevolent protection of the gods. In all the years I've been her apprentice, more than 3 now, I've never heard her say an unkind thing. She's the closest thing this dumpy little fishing hamlet has to a leader. A son. It would be the first I've heard of it. Medya is like a mother to a lot of us, but she's never raised any children that I know of. She hasn't lived to be as old as she is without being careful. I'm sure... She's been trying to treat the wounded on the field. If you don't see her out...
Medya's here. Come quickly. She's not... What happened?
My son! No! You killed him!
You killed him, didn't you?
You killed him? How could you?
I cannot trust myself to make this choice.
She was in league with them. Her own son led them here to Mercian's hamlet, and she let Sir Etienne die. What choice do you think I ask you to make?
The woman is the hamlet's only healer. She volunteered to take care of Sir Etienne.
She knew how to save him, and she chose not to.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Of course she's...
I will. Once I've made arrangements, we will return to the city with our captive.
out here! It's me, Shallan! Help! I'm surrounded! Please, help me. I saw you. He showed up after the Imperials marched through. Vysetus. He's summoning. He took the others up there. I'll do my best. Yes, he's a good man. He's engaged to my daughter, Milta. Not much. He's an Imperial.
Bless you, bless you.
Without you, we all would be dead now.
We owe you our lives. If ever you...
My joy, my heart! Milta lives! Though who knows when I will be able to provide her and... Milta and I will marry. We'll rebuild our homes here once the Daedra leave. And of course, Shallan will live with us.
subjects failed me. They deserve to be destroyed.
Pardon my manners, I can't rise to bow. I'm afraid I'm not as spry. Tried to infiltrate the Imperial camp. Falsify their orders. Wanted to send them far from here. It was a great... They once called me the Sly Scarab, but my given name is Mazrahil. Other questions must wait. Imperials and... I have a dead drop at the bait. Holland's stand, I wager. These Imperial dogs are creatures of routine. They'd likely die of starvation if I died. They should. I'm a fair hand at forgery. Hurry. I saw...